Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we are going back to Germany and we are going to try Tucher Dunkles Hefe Weizen out of Nuremberg, Germany from Tucher Bräu.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell, as well as check us out on social media. The links are below in the description. Hey, come say hey in Discord. We would love to have you come chat us up there.
That's how you say hey.
Hey. And come say hey and join us there in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. We would love to see you there as well. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What German beer are we drinking today?
Good luck, Jay.
How did you know where we were going? This is the Tucher Dunkles Hefe Weizen Dunkles out of the Tucher Bräu in Nuremberg. Also the oldest wheat beer brewery of Nuremberg. So I say let's crack and get drinking.
So saith them.
Yeah. As we were saying just before we started the recording here, I think it's very interesting how a lot of the German beer or breweries have to be the oldest of something. You know, it's
not the oldest of
it's
Nuremberg.
The oldest in Nuremberg, or the
not
oldest
just
in
the oldest brewery. It's just the oldest wheat beer brewery
in Nuremberg.
Yeah. Don't forget about that one brewery that's like 200 years older or something like that. They weren't doing just the wheats.
It's the oldest brewery on 3rd Street in downtown Nuremberg. You know, that opened 2 years ago. So that's the one we're doing today.
Man, it's a good looking head on this.
Yeah, I've poured heavy.
Yeah, you've got a Hefe glass, tilt 45 degrees. Don't you know geometries?
No, I don't. I'm not a math guy, you know.
All right. Well, Andy, you know, we can cheers and Ben can wait.
I'm drinking foam.
It's foam is still beer. It's going to taste like beer. So
cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Good color. Look at that. Sexy.
Now that tastes like a Hefe.
Yeah,
you know, that has your traditional banana flavor. Not banana bread, banana flavor.
Hey, banana bread.
Hold your tongue.
Desert Island.
So the Tucher Dunkles Hefe Weizen is 5.2%. It is a dark wheat beer. The word Naturtrüb underneath the Weizen
natural
means no. Well, okay. It references unfiltered.
Got it.
I uncovered 2 translations. One app says unfiltered. Another app says naturally cloudy. So maybe literal versus intended. So Naturtrüb. So this brewery, Tucher Bräu, started in 1672. Now, before it was known as Tucher Bräu, it went by another name. I don't know if you can see for our viewers, these words over the top above the Tucher. It is Vormals Königlich Bayerisches Weizenbräuhaus, which means formerly the Royal Bavarian Wheat Brewhouse. It was also known at one time as the Municipal Weizenbräuhaus. It it got taken over by the Tucher family.
Hmm.
And they were of the Nuremberg region, and they were a wealthy, powerful merchant family that became prominent in the 1300s. So they've been around a while. I mean, I don't know if they're still running the show, but it's, 1,000 years almost, so 100 some years. It's a microbrewery, and it's now owned by the Radeberger Group. So it's part of a bigger conglomerate, but still micro.
I was going to say that's interesting that they're a micro because, when you go to a lot of German establishments, this is one of their most popular on draft or in cans or things like that.
Oh, really? The Tucher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Huntsville, Alabama, a little bit of what we had talked about previously. They were known a lot of German immigrants, and after World War II, with Werner von Braun and his scientist team coming over, there was a huge German influence on North Alabama. And so there are several German restaurants, establishments, things like that. And even the bottle shop has their whole German section. So you see this is very common.
I think it's interesting that they're classified as a micro and we can get them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's kind of my point.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hardly get micros in the next state over in a lot of our situations, but here it's they somehow managed to get it across the ocean.
Did you get this in Helen?
I did. This was another Helen purchase. If you've been watching our episodes here, you'll notice that a lot of the German beers did come from Helen. I bought a lot of German beer when in Helen, and then of course we did the Advent calendar, which happened to be all German beers. So this is, we're basically turning this into the all German beer channel.
If you didn't know, Ben liked German beer, so
yeah. So we're going to rename it Hopped Up German Beer Review because that's going to be more fitting, at least for the last couple of months anyway. But no, I did purchase.
It's about to change. We're about out of them.
Got some IPAs coming your way, Ben.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna bow out. I think I'm gonna
There's
retire.
a few sours coming in.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had a German IPA. I know you guys have had one.
We did. We had the Perlin Zauber IPA recently.
Yeah.
But back to the Tucher.
Yeah. Any more nerding out for us?
No,
that's it.
My nerd tank is empty.
So basically, the one question or follow-up question I have is we don't really know if the Tucher family is still involved in any way, shape, or form because it's owned by a group at this point, right?
Yeah. So don't know.
It's possible that someone within the group is part of the family, but probably not likely at this point.
Could be a mole.
Yeah, could be.
I would almost think that this is, we say it's a micro, but given that they've been bought out and they're run by this larger group, you'd think that their distribution's more regional, but
I mean, again, the fact that we can get it in the U.S. and a lot of the micros in the U.S. we can't get, from surrounding states is very interesting when you kind of think about it on that scale. Anybody had this before?
9.
I'm pretty sure I have, but I don't recall. I haven't logged it. With the German restaurants and things here, they usually always have the Tucher and several others, but no big deal.
Well, I'll go first. Andy, you had a full glass there, so I'm gonna.
I poured more.
I don't think I've had a dark Hefe before. I don't think. I mean, I've been proven wrong before that I've had beer that I didn't think I'd had before.
I think you're wrong.
I probably am, but I don't remember it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
I think that again, I typically remember a lot of the beers that I've had by name, but not by style, right? So typically,
Wait, Jay, what
Jay,
happened here? You're lactating again. Stop
oh my
lactating
goodness,
on our reviews.
oh my goodness,
I spilled a little on my shirt.
yeah, wow,
Should we say he's
Yes.
fermenting? I don't know what he's doing.
yes. Poor fur, poor,
I was trying to
poor fur.
pour the last little bit in my glass, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Jumped up and bit you.
Sorry, Ben. You were saying
yeah.
I was just distracted.
I don't
by-
I don't know. I guess what I was saying or trying to say was that I've been paying a lot more attention to styles since doing the show than necessarily the individual beer, I guess. And I have, the older I get, the less I remember, of course, like all of us. But, if I see a can, I typically remember what the can was and can visualize that. But I don't remember having a dark Hefe was my whole point of that before Jay rudely interrupted me. So I think it's interesting. I like it, but the flavor is it's a little bit, you don't get the full Hefe flavor, or at least I don't. I don't get the full banana flavor. I don't get the full wheat flavor that I'm used to. It's a little more soft or a little more muted. I think it's very drinkable, especially with the 5.2 ABV we said. So this would though be one that I think I could definitely have multiples of, and is flavorful enough that you could get a 4 or 6 pack of this and enjoy it. 7.5. I think it's good.
Good score.
Andy.
All right. Well, I'm sold on this. It combines two styles I like: dark beers with a little malt character to it, and German wheats, not just a wheat beer, but a good German wheat. And they both come together. It's so interesting. I wish we could get more of these Dunkles Hefe Weizens. I'm going to give it an 8.0. I really like it. It's a nice little treat, and I can't get any more of it.
It sounds like you're in favor of the hopped up German beer review change. Then
Actually, I am.
yeah.
It's been a treat.
It has been nice. It's been a good change of variety and opened definitely my mind and palate to a bunch of styles that I never would have had before. This one, that said, I'm certain I've actually had before. It's a good beer. It's easy drinking. I'm like Ben always caveats, in this case, I'm not necessarily a wheat guy. But this is good, and I tend to disagree with you on this, Ben. I do get a lot of the banana Hefe in this one. And it is a little muted. It's not over the top like some Hefes can be. That's one reason I like it a little more. I like the darkness and the malt, and it's a solid 7 for me. It's something that I'd definitely drink again, but it's not one that I'm seeking out every day, but for a variety or change of pace, absolutely.
All right, that is going to give us a 7.5 for the Tucher Dunkles Hefe Weizen. A really interesting and great dark Hefe. Give it a shot. If you've had it, let us know what you think. If you speak German, let us know in German what you think about it, and we'll Google Translate it like we do all the other German on the show. And that would be great. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell, as well as check us out on social media. Links are below in the description, and come say hey in Discord. If you speak in German in Discord, we will have no clue what you're saying. But you can come do it anyway. For Jay and Andy in the attic, I am Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mates.
I was expecting a Prost there, but I didn't get one.
It's like a high five, you know.